From Las Vegas, Sandy Kastel and friends.
Hi, and welcome to the Sandy Kastel and Friends Variety Show, sponsored by Resort Stay International, George L. Stewart, Tony May, Royal Cleaners, Byron Mills, Smith's Food, and we have Tree for Life. Also, we are live on KLAV weekdays from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Monday through Friday. You can also tune in midnight Monday through Friday on KLAV and 10 p.m. on VegasAllNetRadio.com. Sandy Kastel and Friends features Cooking with Chef Michael, authentic South Philadelphia-style recipes. Good morning, Chef Michael. How are you?
Good morning, the best to you each morning. Tim's eating an apple. Where's mine?
Also, we have interviews with Las Vegas legendary performers, artists, authors, and celebrities with Jon Stewart, creator, founder, and producer of Legends in Concert.
Oh, yeah.
Good morning, Jon Stewart.
Good morning. Good morning. Glad to be here. It's exciting.
Good morning, John. Good to see you. My special guests today are Nika Carly Salifu. Salifu. All right, the soul expressionista. I love that. Phil Flowers. Hi, Phil. How are you?
Good morning. How are you this morning?
Good, good. It's good to see you. We just saw you the other night over at T. Fox's birthday party. Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Yes.
And also we have with us Bob Duncan with the Original Diamonds.
Well, good morning.
Hi,
How's
Bob.
everybody
How are you?
today?
Good, good. How you been?
I love that song.
You're hired.
Michael, I think you need to leave that to Bob. Anyway, you know, Phil, I want you to scooch in. We got to all scooch in over here. We are on video. Yeah, bring your microphone with
Yes.
you, and we got to scooch in because we've got Rhett here, Nielsen, filming us with his assistant. Hi, what's your name?
That's his girlfriend.
Misha. How are you, Misha? Good. And also we have Tim Bowman. Tim Bowman. I cannot remember your name, Tim, but I know your face. Also, he's here taking care of us on the engineering here.
Eating an apple.
Eating an apple. So, first of all, I want to remind our callers today that they can call in at 702-731-1230. That's 702-731-1230 to get some free show tickets if you want to ask Chef Michael a question about his authentic Italian recipes.
They can call me and ask me anything.
Or they can call and ask Bob Duncan about the diamonds, or Phil Flowers about what he's doing, or Nika Carly Salifu. I'm going to get it right.
Well, I'd like to give a shout out to Lisa Grasso and the Grassos.
Hi, Lisa. How are you? You have a new piano that you are playing on now.
Lisa's having a piano, and
that's right.
She's marvelous, and she's having a great. And my dear friend, who I know is listening, Mr. Michael Unger, he was the former president.
Hi, Mike. How you doing?
The Showboat Hotel. Mike is my very special friend, and every Passover I go to his house. At years ago, and I used to go Passover, and I used to eat, the Passover food, which is fantastic. And his wife makes the best chicken livers I've ever eaten in my entire life. Being Italian, this might sound crazy to you, but kosher food, I love it, man. I can't eat as much.
I love chicken livers.
Oh, man, chicken livers pate, which is fantastic. So we know you're listening out there, everybody. And Lisa Grasso, I'm going to say this again, Lisa. Your husband's going to leave you every dime. Don't worry about nothing.
Hey, what is this tag coming out of your shirt, Michael?
Is that a tag?
It looks like a little butterfly or something.
Is it really?
Also, Lisa, I don't know if Lisa's going to be out on the golf course today, but I know Cindy Davis is going to be out on the golf course today at Canyon Gate Country Club. And I'm going to run over there after the show and join the ladies for we just do 9 holes of golf over there.
And what
at
about
Canyon
me?
Gate.
What am I going to do?
You're going to go to your eye appointment with Dr. Malik. That's right.
I don't want to go. I want to just go on the Harley Davidson and just go have some fun and enjoy myself and scoot around, and
you need to get your eyes looked at because you have not had an eye exam for about 30 years.
I need to get my head examined too.
When you're trying to read these things on the paper, you're having a hard time. We have a caller.
Wait a minute, I'm not done talking yet.
We have a caller.
I don't care. Who's calling? Oh, Jolie, my
Jolie.
buddy. Jolie, my buddy.
The greatest artist of all time.
Hey, Goomba, get the DJ. What are you doing, you son of a... Oh, I can't curse on the air.
Welcome back to Las Vegas from New York.
Did
Thank you. I come back last night late, and My wife is coming back afternoon, so I call Chef Mike to give me one recipe.
Oh, which
So I
one?
can surprise her. It's an eggplant rollatini.
Eggplant rollatini. Well, you take a
Yeah, how
bucket
I
of
do
steamed
that.
eggs, you hang them on a hook until the moonlight sun, and then you fry them until they're done. And that's what you call the lip. Eggplant rollatini. Well, there's a couple rollatinis that are out there that's made with spinach, believe it or not. And you can do the eggplant. It's an eggplant parmesan. Okay, same thing. But you could also, and remember something, everybody out there. And I'm glad that you brought this up, Jolie. I'm going to kill you because I'm winging it right now. No, I'm only teasing you. What you could do is
Give me a simple one because I'm not that great cook, And if she know I'm cooking, she would stay in New York.
Oh my God! Well, maybe you might not be a great cook, but you're the greatest artist. I've never seen a man in my entire life paint by number that as good as you. No, I'm teasing. I do that all the time, but he is the greatest. In fact, we're so excited to let everybody know in TV land and radio land that the great Jolie. If you go to Shopping at Smith's, we just did a TV show. And if you go on it, you'll see this handsome, because if I come back in another life, I want to look like you. The guy's about 6'2", he looks just like Cary Grant. Handsome guy, good-looking kid. it's funny talking about good-looking. I'm in the men's room, and I'm looking at this guy. He's looking at me. I'm looking at him. He's looking at me. This guy's a good-looking guy. I move, he moves. Guess what? It was me. It was a reflection in that damn mirror. Hey, Joey Vespi, get out of here.
So what about this eggplant rollatini?
I'm sorry.
How do you make it,
Mr.
Michael?
Flowers saying, what am I doing in here?
It's too early for me.
No, we have a lot of fun here, brother. Okay, this is the thing. Here's what you do. All right, here we go.
Wait, Mike. What, Jolie?
In New York, I experienced 4 seasons in one day. Jesus Christ. I was singing Viva Las Vegas. I couldn't wait to come back.
Oh, from the album that I gave you.
Well, I cut an album.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, I cut a record. I cut it in my basement. I hope it's a big seller someday. Anyway. Nobody knows what a basement is in a cellar. That's an East Coast thing. Okay, you get your eggplant. You fry your eggplant. Okay, you dip it in the egg, and Sandy's moving my microphone around. Thank you, Sandy. You know, honey, you're making coffee nervous today. And what you do...
You got to stand up tall, though.
Paul, what the mannaggia America quando stasera tutta cosa? That means I lost my pencil case. So anyway, what you do, the cameraman's laughing. He said, you got my check? Friday, kid. Friday you get paid. So this is what you do. I love you, John, you son of a... Okay, this is what you do. You get your eggplant. You cut the eggplant. Now, ladies and gentlemen out there in TV land and radio land, get the potato peeler and take the skin off because that's where the bitter comes in at. And what you do is you cut the eggplant, you beat up an egg, you add your milk, you add parsley, you add your salt and your pepper, and you dip the eggplant in the egg. Now, I want everybody to understand something. You can leave that in overnight. If you take an eggplant and you cut it and you leave it out in the air, it'll turn black in a matter of a half hour.
I have to be ready till today afternoon, 2 o'clock.
Okay, then go to Smith Food King. Go to Smith Food King in the frozen aisle. They got the eggplant Florentino. Buy it. Put a little ragu on it. Put it in the oven. They'll never know the difference. Trust me. But anyway, what you do is you make it just like you make
I believe
lasagna.
that because they don't give him anything to eat in the plane.
Unbelievable. Well,
She's
listen.
going to be hungry. She's not going to realize.
Well, listen. Tonight we got to go out for dinner. Let's do something. Give me a call. I'll treat you. I'll take you out for dinner. McDonald's, Taco Bell, nothing but the best for you. Because I go big. Because my check is so small at the end of the week at this radio station, I could cash it on a bus. What's the matter? What are you laughing about, John? Because I'll stop payment on your check. Don't hit me.
What paycheck? What paycheck? Do you get a paycheck?
Man, forget about it. I've been working for free for 20 years. Mr. Flowers, I need to work for you.
Well, if you're just tuning in now...
Forget about it.
Thank you, Jolie.
Jolie, thank you so much.
Thank you for calling. We're not going to give you no tickets because I'm juiced in with me. One phone call, you got it. Thanks, buddy. I'll see you tonight. Remember, 731-1230. We want you to call in. Mike Unger, I know you're out there. Stop counting your money. Pick up the phone and call me, Mike. For God's sake, Macha Leben, some Simon Glick. In Yiddish, that means good day and make a lot of living. Macha Leben means make a living, and since Simon Glick means to stay healthy, stay well. I learned that in the Borscht Belt when I was doing the shows when I was just a kid at 14 years old in the Catskill Mountains, singing Yena Shemama.
I worked there.
You worked there too. I was the only Italian, you know what I mean? That's okay. I got to keep quiet because
Excuse me.
it's the Sandy Kastel show. I'm going home.
If you're just tuning in now, you're listening to the Sandy Kastel and Friends Variety Show. And my guests today are Phil Flowers, Bob Duncan with the Diamonds, with the original Diamonds, and Nika Carly Salifa. And I just want to say, gosh, it's so good to have all of you here. Phil, we just saw you the other night at T. Fox's party.
Yeah.
Come on up to the microphone there. Yeah, we got to get you. And you can bring it up just a little bit, because you are a tall boy.
That's what my mama
Yes,
said.
you are. So
looking
did you have a good time the other night?
I sure did.
Yeah, isn't
Always.
he a great entertainer?
Great person. Known
Oh,
him
my
for very,
gosh.
very many years. I've followed him around Las Vegas area.
Yeah, and I know you brought us a CD.
Yeah, I bought several.
Yeah. So what are we going to listen to today?
Well, I do a tribute to Luther Vandross, Barry White, Marvin Gaye, and Teddy Pendergrass here in Las Vegas, but everybody knows me here from doing them, so I just bought some of my own material.
Original
Original
material?
material.
Oh
yeah.
my gosh, that's great. That's great. Well, on the break, we're going to listen to some of that,
Okay.
or as we're going out. But I want to ask you, like you've been in Las Vegas now, how long?
10 years.
10 years. And what brought you here? Was
Well,
it a
I was
specific
from
show?
Washington, D.C., and singing with the White House Orchestra for many, many years. And all of a sudden, Washington, around 9/11, Washington became so political. I wanted to come to a city where the music was at, because it stopped being musical there because everyone was afraid to go out.
That's right. That's right.
So I came here.
Well, a lot of people around the country were afraid to go
Yeah.
anywhere.
Well, Washington
Yes,
was really the place where the Pentagon
Sure.
and the president is. So.
Sure. So when you came to Las Vegas, was it what you expected, or was it different, or?
It was what I expected look-wise, but talent-wise, no.
In what way?
Well, it wasn't a big enough variety. I joined so many different shows over and over. I was a platter, I was a coaster, I was ink spot. And that's what they called me every now and then too. But yeah, it was just different than I thought it would be. I came out here with the attitude of, I'm going to have a Luther Vandross tribute, and the day I came here, Luther Vandross died.
Oh my God.
So I went right to the Empire Hotel, whatever that was. That you had the show,
Imperial?
Legend Show.
Yeah, that's
the
right.
Legend Show. Yeah, Johnny. That's why you don't even remember that. I went to
So
do a
long ago.
Luther tribute and almost got it started, and then went back on the road on Royal Caribbean cruises and made my money. Come back and forth.
Well, now that you're here again, you're working on new projects.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I'm
tell us
working
about
on
what you're
retiring.
doing now.
Actually,
Retiring?
yeah, I'm writing a play for a lady named Sarah Ann Knight Pretty, who used to own the Moulin Rouge here.
Oh, okay.
Many, many, many years ago, and I'm doing her life story.
Oh, good. Well, listen, we're going to talk to you more about what you're doing and what you've been doing. And this is the Sandy Kastel and Friends Variety Show. We have a message from our sponsors, so stay seated. Come on back with us. Chef Michael.
Lady, get out of the bathroom and pick up the phone and call me.
The love that's been destroyed. No longer are these arms available.
Hi, and welcome back to the Sandy Kastel and Friends Variety Show. Wow, listening to that song by Phil Flowers just
Yeah,
put you in
put
a
you
really
together.
cool, relaxed mood. Oh, that was beautiful. And that is an original song you wrote?
Yes, it is.
So, you've done a lot of entertaining. I was just, running through your bio here. And, you got your start so long ago, and you played in Atlantic City, you were at the Plaza, Trump Plaza, for almost 22 weeks a
22
year.
weeks a year,
That's a lot
yeah.
of time. And then you were asked to start writing songs. You were at the White House,
Yeah, I
the
sang with the White
presidential
House
yacht,
Orchestra for a long time.
the inaugural balls, and the various political high society functions. Okay, so you did a lot around that circle.
Yeah, yes,
Yeah,
I did.
so you know a lot about what was going on behind the scenes. No.
Yeah, that's why I left town.
But we won't ask you about that. But when you came out here, now you started writing your own songs, and what happened? I mean, when you started writing your own songs, did other people record them, or are you doing them for special?
I've been singing
Projects?
since I was 10. My dad was a singer also. His name was Phil Flowers also, and I'm Phil Jr. So from the age of 10 till now, I'm still writing, and I have a discography online that's probably of 3,000, 5,000, 6,000 songs. 6,000, probably more. And you know what gets me, Sandy, is that I didn't realize that they're still selling my music all over the radio, all over the internet.
You mean you're not getting paid for it?
I'm not getting paid. I'm just no, really. And it's a bad thing because I've seen musicians just lose their life. I've seen the drifters.
What does
the
it
coasters,
sound?
I think that's terrible. I
What
got to
is,
send
it
my
really
cousin
is.
Guido after these people. Give me the address. I'll take
Give me
care
your
of it.
number. It's a deal.
What is it? Sound check or something. So there's some company that is supposed to research that, but you have to report the songs. You have to send it in to let them know. Which company are you with? BMI? Are you with ASCAP?
I was with all of these companies over the years.
You registered?
Yes.
But you have to report to them what your songs are so that they can follow up on them.
It's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, probably thousands of songs.
Well, then you better catch up on it.
Well, I have a lawyer. What you do is you're supposed to get a lawyer to do it because if it was just one song, I wouldn't mind. But when it's thousands of songs and all over Europe being sold and in Japan being sold, it's bigger than just writing somebody and saying somebody stole my music.
But as a business person in the
Yes.
music business, it is our responsibility, and I've learned this the hard way, is that it is our responsibility to make sure that those songs are reported to them, recorded, and obviously they have to be copywritten, and then they have to be reported to
Absolutely.
BMI or ASCAP or
They all are.
CSAC.
But I spent the last 15 years of my career raising a child. I stopped what I was doing. My sister passed away. She gave me a 2-month-old, and I said, bam, here I am in that. So that was
so you
my
kind
most.
of didn't pay as much attention
that was my
to it.
most.
Well, you
concern.
need to call
I think-
Tony May.
I think we have a caller holding on. Andy?
Andy, well, wait, we need to call Tony May, one of our sponsors, because this guy, let me tell you, he's a little Mormon guy. And he carries a very big stick.
He is.
Oh,
He's
he's the
great.
best. He
He's
represents us, and he's
Yeah.
Tony May
Well,
Esquire.
maybe you can give me some information on it because
Give
I
him a
would
call.
like
Okay,
mention
great.
my
to.
name.
I'll tell you what, Sandy, anybody that takes on this case will make a lot of money.
Wow.
because
Could I
if
get
you look
percentage?
at my father's records and how many discographies that we have, it's a lot of money for somebody to take on.
Okay, good. Well, listen, our caller is Andy.
Hi, Andy. How are you? I couldn't get a word in between Sandy and Mr. Flowers. I'm dead in the water over here today. What's up, buddy?
This is Angie.
Oh, Andy. How are you,
Is it
Andy?
Angie?
Angie or Andy?
Angie.
Angie.
Oh, wait a minute. I know your voice. I know your voice.
Oh, it's Angie from
U.S.
U.S. Bank.
We love you, Angie.
Hi, Angie.
Now, Angie, let me tell you something, John Stewart, because we got John Stewart here.
Sorry to keep you waiting so long.
Sorry, Angie. We got John Stewart from Legends in Concert. We got a deus that's here. And what's nice about it is tomorrow you can watch us on TV. Yes, our cameraman, if you go to YouTube, what do we put in?
Sandy Kastel and
Sandy
Friends
Kastel
show.
and Friends.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And you'll see the show. So we're waving to you, Angie, right now.
Hi.
Angie is about, she's a very,
Good morning.
yes, the show here.
Yeah, the show will be on tonight on YouTube
right,
on
and-
the Sandy Kastel channel.
Yes, and what's nice about that is that Angie is the not general manager, but the branch manager at U.S. Bank.
At Smith's.
At Smith Food King, right on Durango.
Sahara and Durango.
She's a very short woman. You can't miss her. You have to stand on. She's about 6'9". She's platinum blonde with a pair of blue eyes. The
Gorgeous.
Girl, gorgeous kid. She should have been a showgirl.
y'all.
Absolutely beautiful.
Very kind.
And we love you, Angie. And I want you to know that Sandy and I are so happy that U.S. Bank, we bank at your bank, and I'm glad that my millions could keep your doors open because it makes me very excited. No, I'm only teasing you. We love the
Pleasure
U.S.
to have
Bank.
you both.
You know, Angie, I just want to say, you guys, everybody there that works at U.S. Bank is so efficient, and they're so kind, and they're so nice, and they really care about us as their customers instead of just being a number.
And Derek is a nice guy, too, because he looks just like Denzel Washington.
I know.
Very handsome kid. Very nice guy. And we love you, Angie.
And who is it that had his girlfriend there last night? Was it Brian? Who's the other?
Flint.
Who?
Flint.
He had his girlfriend there, and she's adorable too. And of course, Michael was asking when they were going to get engaged, and they did get engaged. But I think he said he got engaged to be engaged.
Yes, and when they get married, Sandy and I last night, we went to, where we go? We went somewhere. We bought a toaster. Because they're cheap, and we like to spy. We like
But it
to
was for
spend
the
$10.
bagels. It had for the room for the bagels. You
With
know.
the bagels. So, but Angie, are you listening right now? Let me tell you something. Thank you, Angie, for calling. Because I want to tell you something. You're going to get comp show tickets, and I'll tell you what I do when we come to the bank. Okay, to make my deposit as always, because I know you guys need to be paid.
$5.50.
So when we go to the
yes,
bank,
every Wednesday.
Every Wednesday, what we're going to do is just tell me the show tickets that you need. We'll give you that. Instead of mailing them to you, we go there anyway. I'll just hand you the tickets.
Yeah, we have tickets from the Rock Vault.
Rock Vault.
We have tickets from some of the
John,
David
Michael
Sachs programs.
Percussion, and tickets from country superstars, tickets from the Beatles, all kinds of great shows.
Yeah.
And John's working on a couple new shows today because we got some great acts from the '60s that did the Little Darlings, which is my favorite, one of my favorite songs. He's one of the lead singers here today, which you're going to hear.
Bob Duncan.
Now, when I first came in, John said, "This is Bob Duncan." Hey, Bobby, I eat your donuts all the time. He says, No. He says, Tim, don't laugh at me, Tim. Don't laugh at me, please, okay? Because you know I love you, kid. You won't get paid today.
He says, I get paid for this?
Oh, we only kidding you. Anyway, we love you. We love you so much, and thank you so much for being so kind. And if you touch me again, Sandy,
I'm trying to make it
they're
so that
moving
the microphone is not in front of your
I'm
face.
having a good time. I don't care if anybody sees me. Is there something?
Thank you,
wanna know?
Angie, for
Wait a
calling
minute,
in.
I'm not done.
Wait,
Thanks. That's it. Just push me away like I'm a piece of dirt.
Angie, did you want to ask Chef Michael about one of his recipes?
Yes. Chef Michael, how do you make the perfect marinara sauce?
Okay, you go down aisle 6 at Smith Food King on Durango and see Tom Stunick. What you do, Angie, it's very, very simple. Okay, you get your onion and your garlic and you saute it. Okay, now put a lid on it, and I'll tell you the reason why, because you want the onion and garlic to get soft. Okay, then because it steams it. Then take off the lid, caramelize your garlic and onion, then add yourself, not the tomato puree, but the tomatoes in the can. You can use the solid, you can use the chunk. Now, this is for dinner, because you told me you got 9 kids, right? Was it 9 or 10? Anyway, for 2. So for a family of 4 with a pound of pasta, you add 1 can, okay, 1 can of the tomatoes and a half a can, okay, of water. Here's your spices. You add salt, pepper, parsley, garlic, granulated garlic, and you add oregano, okay? That's the key. And then here is my secret recipe. Now, Ange, don't tell nobody about this, because if you do, I'm going to get in trouble. Okay? You know what sambuca is?
No.
You don't know what sambuca is? Well, you're an Irish big chick. You don't know what the hell kind of stuff is. Anyway, sambuca is anisette. You have it. It's like it's a liqueur. It's ouzo is the same thing. It has a licorice flavor to it. It's white. And 1 shot of that liqueur in the marinara sauce. Because when I was in Paris, I went out of my mind, and the chef told me what it was. You cannot taste it, but the sugar content. What am I bending down for?
I don't know.
The sugar content.
You're trying to keep it quiet.
I'm trying to keep it quiet. Don't laugh at me, Mr. Flowers. I'll take that damn hat you got on your head.
I'm having the same problem here.
The sugar content makes a flavor that's phenomenal. You ready for this, Angie? You gorgeous big blonde. Here's the bottom line. Takes you 20 minutes to make it. Shut the gas off. The thing is done. Boil the pasta, linguine, go down aisle 7 at Smith Food King. You can't miss Smith's, because what happens is, for 10 boxes, they're $1 a box. I can eat a whole pound of macaroni myself. And you pour that over with your family, and I'm telling you something, Ange, it's the simplest thing to make. Let me know how you did, and we love you, and thank you so much for calling.
Chef Michael, you know what, Angie, if that was, Chef Michael,
What?
excuse me, if you couldn't get that all written down fast enough, because I know as he's telling you, it's hard to keep up with everything, but they can also, everybody out there can email you at
LeonettiMarketing@gmail.com. Please, folks, I don't lend money. I got emails. Could you lend me 200? Could you give me 5?
But if you email him,
Right,
he
I'll give
can
you a
send
recipe.
you the recipe. Okay, Angie?
Perfect.
Okay, great.
Angie.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
We love U.S.
All right.
Bank, Angie. Next time, I need that loan. Don't forget.
Thanks.
Thanks, Angie.
Okay, if you're just tuning in now, you're listening to Sandy Kastel and Friends Variety Show, where anything is possible Monday through Friday on KLAV, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m., because we're always here with a wonderful group of guests, including Jon Stewart, the creator, founder, and producer of Legends in Concert, which just celebrated their 31st year, on May the 5th.
A couple more new shows in town.
That's
we'll
right.
Talk about it later.
Okay,
But
well,
you know what I'm excited about, Sandy?
Yes, what is that?
Jon Stewart is now with the team of Sandy Kastel and friends.
That's right. That's right. He's on our team.
He's on our team.
Like Tim
That's
and
right.
Rhett and Misha.
And they all got their hand out on Friday for their checks.
He said something about sautéing me. Now I got to go look that up.
Thanks, John.
So anyway, we've got a lot of guests here. We've got Bob Duncan, Bob Duncan of the Original Diamonds. Hi, Bob.
How are you?
You know, I know you with the Original Diamonds. We've only got a little brief minute before we break, and we're going to come back. Did you bring any CDs with you today?
I wish I had. No, Johnny brought me into this the last second, so I'm looking forward to just
Well, that's
chatting with
okay.
you.
Well, I'm going to have you back, on another day, and then you'll bring your CDs.
He's still doing the Diamonds today. They still do it all the time.
Actually, I sing a lot with the Diamonds, and David Somerville was the original lead singer. He and I did years and years together. Then I currently sing with the Four Preps, and we're going to be doing appearances here in Las Vegas and being part of Johnny's shows, and looking forward to some good times.
All right, good. Well, if you're just tuning in now, you're listening to Sandy Kastel and Friends Variety Show. We're going to be right back with Bob Duncan, Phil Flowers, Nika Carly Salifu, and John Stewart, and Chef Michael.
That's right. Lady, get out of that bathroom and call me. 731-1230. Come on and call.
Hi, and welcome back to Sandy Kastel and Friends Variety Show here on KLAV, sponsored by Resort Stay International. You can call them at 1-800-896-5744. That's 1-800-896-5744 to find out about their wonderful packages that they have for the Jockey Club. Also, George L. Stewart, for insurance you don't have to die to collect. You can call 702-497-9036. That's 702-497-9036. Also, we have Royal Cleaners and Smith's Food and Drug, and we have, even though U.S. Bank isn't officially, they can't be officially a sponsor, they do sponsor us in all kinds of ways.
Right.
And
Always
they,
have to
you know,
wait for the contracts to be
I
signed.
know. They're such great people over there, and they really do take care of all of our banking needs.
They really do.
And then we have a new sponsor. It's called Tree for Life that
Yes.
they're going to be joining us next week.
Next week. And Tree for Life is a wonderful, that guy's a great singer. It's like for fat people that want to lose weight, that don't want to eat my cooking. Now, my sister...
Or medium people that want to lose
Yes,
weight.
no, my sister would have been great. My sister, I mean, she's wonderful. My sister, what a body she had before she got married. She got married, had one kid, and she grew a mustache like you wouldn't believe. Beautiful. And she curled it up. Tim, what are you laughing for? Don't marry Italian girls.
I think you knew her.
You might have known her. And I went to go see her, and she bent over to pick some up. I told my father put up a petition in the house. I said, what the hell's that? I said, Papa, hey, is that Joey Vespi? Fire that guy. I'm having a good time. Why can't I have fun?
You can have fun.
wanna
I
have
think
a
you've
good
been
time.
having fun.
Forget about it.
So Bob, let me ask Bob. Bob, do you have any special recipes that you'd like to have Chef Michael tell you about that are Italian? What's your favorite Italian
Well, my
dish?
favorite Italian course, is, needless to say, is just spaghetti and meatballs. I just enjoy it. I mean, there's so many other great... I had lasagna last night at... what was the name of that place we went to, Johnny?
I actually forgot.
Ramaggio, I think, is in the Planet Hollywood area. We had great Italian food last night.
You want great Italian food, Bob?
I want.
This is the guy.
You gotta
come
come
to the
to
house, Bob.
All right.
Because let me tell you something. I'm having my birthday. It's the 5th. I'm selling my Lisa Grasso, billionaire people that we know, billionaires. No, I tease them all. I love them. They live right down the street from us. Gorgeous home, right? We live on the 18th hole, and they live where, honey?
On the 17th
On
hole.
the 17th hole, and I jump over the fence and rob all the balls. You know what I mean? Because those balls are expensive. Let's face it. Come on.
Yeah, a lot of them end up in the water.
And a lot of them end up in our pool. So anyway, what happens is that Lisa Grasso turns 32 years old.
Yes.
And her husband,
Again.
Carl Grasso turns 107. And no, I'm going to tease you. He's one of my best friends. And we're having he said, Michael, have the birthday at our home. I said, listen, I'll only invite 700 of my most intimate friends. No, we're going to have about 100 people. And
We're celebrating three birthdays, actually.
Mine,
Mike.
I'll be 62. I'm not going to tell you Lisa's age because she's just a kid. But Lisa Grasso and my future mother-in-law,
Joanne
who
Kastel.
happens to be Italian.
And listening right now.
Right,
Hi,
Ma,
Joanne.
I
How
love
you doing?
Ma. Pencil me in the will, for God's sake. Leave
Well,
me
I think that's a
something.
problem. She got you penciled in, but you got to be really nice, or else she'll erase you out.
And she's my biggest fan because I cook for her all the time. And my father-in-law, Dick Kastel, I know you're out there, Pop, who happens to be the greatest tenor saxophone ever. Now, if you go to michaelleonetti.com, my website, or sandykastel.com, you will see my father-in-law because we did a show. John don't care about us, but I had to book myself. And what we done is we booked our show, our concert at the country club.
Canyon Gate Country Club.
Okay, there was a bunch of
Christmas.
rich, snooty people. We didn't care as long as they paid. They had to pay, no comps. It was $35 a ticket, and all the borscht and lox you can eat.
Yes.
So the line was around the corner.
It was
Meatballs,
a
forget about
16-piece
it.
big band.
Wow.
Yeah, my father-in-law was the conductor of it. So if you can go online and see it, give us a call. Let us know how you liked it, how you enjoyed it, and Dick, we love you out there because you're the greatest, and I love you, Pop. Thank you for letting me go out with your daughter. She's costing me a fortune. Fortune.
Okay, honey, that's enough. Anyways. So Bob, I know you were with the original Diamonds, but also you're working on some new projects now. You said you were here 30 years ago. You know Jon Stewart for a long time. You guys worked on some projects then. You said you worked every single casino here in Las Vegas in the 80s.
Yes.
And then you went away, and then you came back in 92.
You went to jail.
No.
There was
you
a
went
lot
away
of-
to perform other places.
There was a lot of really wonderful performers. I worked with Phil Flowers many times in the Coasters. As he was in the Coasters, I was in the Diamonds at the time. And I've been singing for 57 years. My history goes back a long way. When I was 16, I recorded my first hit called "Image of a Girl," which was a little song that was done in Van Nuys, California, in the garage of a great musician. And then from there, I went on to sing with the Lawrence Welk Show for 4 years. I was
Wow.
in a group called the Blenders.
And you've got a lot of fans still living out here in Summerlin and all over Las Vegas
It's
area.
amazing. If you look out in the audience and you see a person in a walker, they're my fan.
Oh, come on, Bob. I passed by Palm Mortuary.
Yeah.
It had a sign up. It said, "Get a lot while you're young." So anyway.
So, Bob, you're working on a new show, though, with Jon Stewart. You've got The Follies, I know you're working on. You guys are working on.
Right.
Bringing that, and that's called Forever Young.
Forever Young.
And then you've got something in July that you're working on at the Riviera.
We hope to open in the Riviera at a wonderful show, a great show called Legendary Icons, one of the great shows of all time. And it ran for over 30 years, and it will run again with a great cast and lots of wonderful people that are going to be involved. You'll
Good.
enjoy the show a lot.
Good. Well, we always enjoy hearing great music, and so I'm sure it's going to be a wonderful show. Is there a website or anything that we can go to yet?
You can go to my website, which
Okay.
is Jubilee Productions, JubileePro, JubileePro@AOL.com.
Perfect.
Good look at everything.
Okay.
Plus, there's, as I might mention also, my wife started singing together with me in 1980. We reformed a group called the Cordettes, Mr. Sandman, Lollipop. She'll be here in Las Vegas to work with us and John in the future.
Oh, my gosh, that's great.
That plug just cost you $200.
Well, it's okay. It was worth it.
Well, thank you, Bob. It's so good to have you here on Sandy Kastel and Friends Variety Show. Thank you so much, and I know we're going to hear more from you as the weeks go on, as we get closer to July, and talk about the show a lot more.
Terrific.
Thank you. And I've got a lovely lady sitting here next to me, and sorry, I don't mean to have my back to you, but
I was holding her hand all the time, Sandy.
I know, and I was going to talk to him about that later.
Mr. Flowers, and I'm telling.
Nika, now do you go by Nika most of the time? Yes, it's a beautiful girl. She's tall, she's gorgeous, a model type, and there she is on the video. Yes, everybody will be able to see her. And we got to get her closer to her microphone.
Yeah, get a close-up
Okay, there
shot
you
of
go.
that face. What a beauty. That's Beyonce, honey.
And what is being a living free? What does it say? Living free, living fierce, and leading a fearlessly leading. Yes. I can't even say it. Leading fearlessly mean to you, because that's your message.
What I stand for,
Yes, what you stand for.
So I am a soul purpose strategist. So I help people to find
A what?
exactly
A what?
a soul purpose strategist. Is
Well, we
that
got to
good?
bring her up a little bit, Tim, I think.
So I help people to really
Soul
tap
purpose
into,
strategist.
Mhm.
Okay.
So I help people to tap into what it means to live their life with freedom. So creating a life of abundance and wealth, and just absolutely falling in love with themselves, and being able to really tap into that in every aspect of their life. So whether it's just loving themselves, nourishing the temple, it's kind of the body is your temple, having these amazing relationships with everyone around them. And then I really love working with creatives, authors, singers, who really want to go out there and change the world. They have a message, but they're not quite confident in it yet, and that's where the fearlessly part comes in. So being able to tap into that confidence, owning their worth, and just getting out there and changing the world.
Well, how do you create a balance in your life when you're out there? You're doing business, you're doing home life, and then you're working with other people, trying to help them achieve their goals. How do you do that?
Sometimes it can be a little bit challenging, but I think creating a little bit of structure in your life, and I'm very much a creative, so structure was hard for me to come by, let me tell you. But
I can understand that one.
yeah, it's a little challenging, but it really does help. So having rituals that you can go to, journaling, meditating. I'm also a yoga teacher, so practicing that for myself as well, and really trying to nourish green smoothies. I love them, live by them. So
Oh, you would
it
like
really
John,
helps.
Shane. Shane has a company that just opened right downtown.
That's right. It's right
And
downtown.
they
called
do smoothies.
Grassroots.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
John was telling me, John Jr. was
Yeah.
telling me about that. I can't
Oh,
wait to
it's amazing.
try
And
this
they
out.
already opened, right?
They opened this weekend.
This weekend.
Ooh, I think
So
we should
we've
all
all
go.
got to go out there. And, it's so good to have good food and good nutrition in our lives. And John, when Shane, yes? Michael, what are you doing?
I'm left out over here. So me and Tim, I'm talking to the guy.
He's like primping over here.
Honey-
You can't just relax for 2 seconds
So-
while I talk to
No,
this
but
beautiful
girl,
woman.
This girl's doing a great job, and I have a very low esteem. I need more confidence in myself. Do you think I can work with her when you're golfing? We can go to lunch.
No. I think I'll have to be in the room with you.
No, I got the Lord Jesus Christ in my heart, honey.
That's
you don't
true.
have nothing to worry
That's
about.
true,
20
that's
years
true.
ago, you had a problem. Today, forget about it.
Now, John, you were going to say something about Shane and about his company.
I'm saying that they're getting ready to open up now,
Right.
And this weekend, and he was with a company called Vitamix for many years, and he makes lots of health drinks and special things that helps people feel better, and they can actually drink a good meal, and he knows how to make it taste good. And Nicole, the girl that's working with him, is fabulous, and they're going to open up. It's right down in the new development area of Fremont Street.
Great,
Right,
and
it's gonna be
that's a
beautiful.
Tony Shea project, too. I mean, I know
Tony
he
Shea,
teamed
right.
up with him, right?
Correct.
Yes.
Yep, they're teamed up.
And that's wonderful. So we have to all go out there this weekend
Yes, I
and
think
every
so.
week and have some of those smoothies.
And it's all free.
Well, you got to talk to Shane about that. With show tickets. You're offering an amazing 60-minute free discovery session for our audience today. Can you take a few minutes? Well, just give us a little brief description, and then we're going to come back after a break from our sponsors. But tell us a little bit about it.
So on this discovery session, I'm so excited to offer this. So we will actually really dig into what your dreamscape, that's what I call it, what your dreamscape looks like. This most
Your
amazing...
dreamscape.
Yeah.
What does that mean, your
It's your
dreamscape?
most amazing life, who you're with,
Ah.
where you are
Yeah,
living
baby.
this dreamscape, and
Right.
what you're doing.
Well,
So
some of us are living that already.
and that's
Yeah.
awesome, right?
Yeah.
I love it. And then what are the obstacles that are holding you back?
Right.
What's keeping you stuck in your life, maybe overwhelmed and living in fear, so that you're not living this dreamscape, because something's holding you back. If you're not there.
My wife won't give me a
Something's holding you
divorce.
back.
That's what's holding me back.
Okay, well, Nika, we're going to talk about that when we come back from after our message from our sponsors. If you're just tuning in now, you're listening to Sandy Kastel and Friends Variety Show with Chef Michael every Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m., sponsored by Resort Stay International, Tony May, George L. Stewart, Royal Cleaners, Smith's Food King, and Tree for Life.
Free for life.
We'll be right back.
Hurry up. Nobody cares about me. You forgot me. You forgot me.
Hi, and welcome back to the Sandy Kastel and Friends Variety Show here on KLAV Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Our callers can call in at 702-731-1230. The first 20 callers every day get free show tickets to a lot of different shows that are over at the V Theater, also at the Quad, and also at LVH.
Right, that's exactly right. We got Rock Vault over there, and we got Recycled Percussion at the Quad, and we have Mark Savard, right, over
Yes.
at the David Sachs Theater at the V Theater. We also have Country Superstars, and we have the Beatles.
Yes,
And what's
yes.
nice, it's unbelievable. Ladies and gentlemen out in Radio Land, go try to get a comp. See if you can get one. Be my guest.
It's
You know how
not
hard
like
it
the
is?
old days.
Those days are gone. That's
That's
the
right.
reason why that we give these show tickets out, because people come in from out of town, friends, go see these shows. These tickets start at $80 a ticket. We give them to you for a phone call. Not
That's
too
right.
bad.
That's right. So before we went to break, we were talking with Nika Carly Salifu. Am I still saying it wrong? Salifa?
Salafu.
Salafu. That's it.
close.
Salafu. I got to put this accent on the Salafu. Okay. And you were telling us a little bit about your amazing 60-minute free discovery session that you're offering to our audience. You want to expound on that a little bit more for them?
So I would love for everyone who's listening to contact me if this feels like something you might be interested in. If you're interested in really tapping into more meaning in your life, overcoming any of the obstacles that are standing in your way, and really start to find confidence in your vision and owning your worth, then you can email me, and my email is nika@nikakarli.com. So it's Nikka at NIKKAKARLI.com. So
How
Nika
pretty.
Nika Karli. So I would really love to speak with you, and just shoot me an email and we can set up a time to chat and
Even dinner.
time to chat.
That's something else. Well, listen, I want to thank you, Nika, for being on the show today,
Thank you so
and invite
much.
you to come back again in
Yes,
about
I
a
would
month
love
or so.
to.
You
I
know,
would
we'll
absolutely
talk
love
more
to.
about what it is. We'll take a next step, you know, about
Yes.
what you're doing, and share that with our our
you so
listeners
much.
also. Okay.
Talk over lunch, Nika. Whoa.
And we'll do lunch, and then you can come to our WEMA event. We'd love to invite you. That's
see
the
this.
third.
This is
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah.
Yes,
That
Mr.
is the
Flowers.
third week
WEMA
of
event.
every month, the third Saturday, and our next one is going to be, of course, at the Canyon Gate Estates Country Club,
That's our home, folks.
and we're going to have the
Charlie
Potash-
Daniels.
right?
Charlie
Charlie
Daniels
Daniels.
He'll
That's
be there
right.
for entertaining, and Chef Michael, whoever, if he's still around,
That's right.
will be
He'll
cooking.
be cooking for us.
And the tickets are $25.
And actually, if you come a
Yes,
little
ma'am.
early, then you can help Chef Michael prepare a dish and learn how to make that dish.
Yes.
So that's what he did last week when
Sally Kellerman.
Sally Kellerman was there, and he had a whole crowd around the stove, and he was showing them how to make the clams and linguine, which seems to be the most popular dish that he's getting asked for these
And
days.
I love that. And somebody picked my wallet, and I don't know who it was. I think it was John Stewart, because right now he just got a brand new car
I know,
outside.
and the butterflies came out, or was it moths? Yeah.
Moths. John's got his recess money from school, believe me. This guy's so tight, forget about it.
Okay, and Phil Flowers,
Yes, my
thank you
dear.
for joining us
It's
today.
been my pleasure.
And just as a reminder, you know, we want everybody to go and find out more about your music, your originals, and the other shows that you've done. And also, you're going to be doing this book with this girl that you're writing about.
Well, she's 97. She's not a girl.
Well, she's always a girl. We are always
She's a good
girl.
old girl. Well, yeah. And I want to thank you for having me on. You are a treat.
Oh, thank you.
You're a
Thank you.
treat.
What am I, chopped liver?
Your dinner.
Oh, way to go, buddy.
So where can
That
people
scares
find
me.
out about
The
you,
cameraman,
Phil?
you find that
Right
funny,
now,
doesn't it?
I'm on hiatus because I don't feel like really performing in Las Vegas. I want to, like she said, I'm trying to find
But aren't you on
myself.
Facebook or something
Oh, yeah,
talking
look,
about things?
Google me.
Yeah.
Just Google Phil Flowers, and there's hundreds
Yeah.
of videos of the shows that I've done all over
Right,
the
right.
world. Yeah.
And that's Phil, Phil, Flowers, Flowers, just
yeah.
like it sounds.
And I'll be working with Johnny Stewart on some productions this
Right.
year also.
Right. So we're going to hear a lot more from you and have you back on the show again.
Be my
As
pleasure.
those shows keep on coming forward.
And I'll see you
as
at
you
your
continue
event.
writing. That's right. You'll be there next month, okay,
Yeah.
for the WEMA
I want you to
event.
sing. You got tracks? Could you sing your track?
Yes, I
You'll
can.
have a
Okay,
great time.
good.
And
It'll
I'm
be
gonna
my
make some
pleasure.
Great Italian
Good.
food, too.
Well, that's going to be June the 21st for everybody that's listening out there, and they can go to WEMAFoundation.org. That's WIMA Foundation.org to find out more about WEMA and how to become a sponsor, a member, or to donate to the organization. And we like to give out scholarships to the arts, children in the arts, young adults in the arts, and older adults in the arts.
Awesome.
And people that are dead.
No, none of those. They've already had it, been there. So, Bob, tell us again how they can find out about you, what you've done, where you've been, and for the future things that you're going to be doing.
Well, you can go on YouTube and see us live. Actually, you can see a picture of me when I was 24 on the Lawrence Welk Show.
Yeah.
The Blenders, Lawrence Welk / The Blenders on YouTube, as well as the Four Preps, the Diamonds, and I've been in so many different groups I forget half of them. But
Oh my gosh!
don't
my
forget
gosh.
that we'll be mention the Riviera. We'll be there at the Riviera in July with
July.
a wonderful show,
Okay.
and it should be exciting to be part of it.
Okay, great. Well, we're going to have you on again next month too, because we're going to be talking about that show and anything that you're doing. And you know, Johnny Stewart, I
Yes,
know you're working on
Sandy.
the legend. I mean, you're working on that show. That's the
We're working on Forever Young.
Forever
right now.
Young.
That's the first thing
and
we're
that's
going to get out here.
everybody in the show is going to be over 55 years old.
Right.
But not only are they just over 55, these are talented performers, singers,
Yes.
dancers, showgirls, all that have been doing this their whole life.
That's right. And we'll have a lot of people out there in cases where they've actually already passed on, but there'll be a sign that they're dying to be in the show.
Well, listen, I want to thank everybody for being on Sandy Kastel and Friends Variety Show today with Chef Michael, and especially Chef Michael. Chef Michael, come on up here.
Yes.
Say goodbye to our listening audience.
You don't care. I love you, everybody. We love you. Call.
And we'll see you again tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. here on KLAV. It's Sandy Kastel and Friends Variety Show with Chef Michael.
I'm going to go drive my Harley Davidson. I can't wait.
And I'm going to go play golf.